Where have we come? Gorilla Tag is a popular game that has gone through a lot of updates, a lot of changes, a lot of controversies, and most importantly, a change in community. So, as some of you may know, Gorilla Tag recently has kind of gotten, boring, some may say. The community's become toxic, some people say. The videos suck, some people say. Well, and a lot of people have different opinions on it. A lot of people have been making new things, new unique things. Like, for example, Infectionate You about it. First person to do it was, I'll put their YouTube name up on the board, or on the screen right now. And another person, one of my friends actually, is making Infectionate You, but in the actual game Gorilla Tag. I'll put his name up as well on the screen right now. But I want you to tell me, how did we get here? Well, some of you may not know that, because some of you may be from the Christmas update, or maybe even gotten just this summer of VR. So I'm gonna bring you back. Even I'm going to go back to places that I haven't really even been when I wasn't playing the game. But I want to tell you how the community changed, how the videos got better, and most importantly, how Gorilla Tag evolved. So, let's get into it. So, where do we start? Well, I'm going to split what's happened over the time into 3 categories, and then my final one's going to be my opinion, and also how to fix it. I'm pretty sure I might tell this later in other recordings, but so basically, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go the first category, the updates, the next category, the videos, and the last, the community. So we'll start with the beginning of Gorilla Tag, really, and the updates. So where Gorilla Tag began was where you would, Lemming, in I think 2019, showed a little bit of a concept of movement with your hands, and a lot of people liked it. So he made a whole fledged out game, and the first map was Forest. Now, there's a lot of info out there, and probably a lot of other channels have done stuff like this. But I'm just going to tell you a little bit of simplified version. Basically, Lemming started making a model of gorilla. He started with a robot. Then he switched over to a stick bug white thing. And then switched over to the gorilla we know and love today. Now, the reason why he switched to a gorilla because he thought it was more appealing. And, come on, Gorilla Tag it wasn't called that, I don't think, at the time, but whatever. So, when he released the game, so many people played it, and J-Man and VMT started playing around that time, and they were pretty OG. I'm pretty sure that the first update was just... Don't remember what the first update was for all the cosmetics and stuff. But this was around in 2021. So about 2 years after it was announced. Or just the concept was announced. But after it was released, there was tons of people, thousands. And this was only an app lab. So basically, it kind of just took a while for people to really appreciate, well, how lucky they are to have this game. Now, let's get into some of the first updates, shall we? Alright, so before we get into this section, I want you to please give me some support. Maybe even just drop a like, or just watch the video for the fully, because I put a lot of work into my videos, including this one, specifically this one, because I've had to do lots of research and use even some of my own knowledge of growth. Now let's get into it. So the first update, you were actually not a gorilla, because the beta, I think you were just a robot, but they changed it later. But when we were gorillas, the stump actually used to not be a slope. It used to be like little stairs where you had to bounce up. Let me change it because it's too hard. But the only thing you had was forest and stump. And soon enough, Lemming did change it to the slope, but another thing that was different, there was no slippery walls at all. You could just wall run. If you were good enough, you could wall run all the way into tutorial. But nobody was as good as they used to be. They are now. They used to be so bad. Nobody really was the best at running or moving or even doing simple things like wall climbing or branching. A lot of people had difficulties, but J-Man started making some tip videos. Sure, that'll be fine. We'll check up on him a little bit later. We don't get too much into the YouTubers now until we get into the video area section. But yeah. The next update, I think it might have been a Halloween update. And a lot didn't really change. I think the grass changed a little bit and the slope was there, obviously. But there was new cosmetics. Actually the first... Okay, that's actually a little bit too far in the future. The next update was caves. And also there being a new dressing room that added cosmetics. And when you add on and it's just a little room with a little mirror. Nothing crazy. The new caves map is now your new caves that are here. Obviously, you've seen the OG caves in rotating. That is actually the caves that was down there before. So now, what's next? And the updates. Well, the next update was canyons coming out. And it's actually the OG canyons, because they got revamped. And when canyons came out, it was crazy. And then, after that, City came out. And when City came out, a lot of attention came over to it. Especially when people like J-Man and VMT were making videos on it. A lot of people started coming over because there's videos now. But you might be wondering, is it now that the Halloween update came out, the first one? You would be correct. Where the wolf claws and everything else came in. Now, let's get into the next update. Alright, so, next update was I think it was the Christmas update, because there's no fall update. It might have been just an update where they removed the Halloween stuff, but that was technically it for the fall stuff. But the next thing they added was the Christmas update, where nothing really changed except for leaves being gone, I think, and there being snow, and new cosmetics like the Santa hat, for example, coming out. And also, I think was the first update that really added some decorations to the game. Because you see now, like, there's tons of decorations and, like, let's say, for example, the Pride update or the 2023 Christmas update, there used to be none, barely any. But after Christmas, we have winter, where I think the household cosmetics started to come out. Now, for now on, at the end of 2022, we're gonna have more of cutaways of the Knicks in the building. You'll see what I mean. But anyways, some new updates started coming out, and something new like the spring and the Easter, or just like a spring, came out with the cherry blossom branches and stuff, and also when the holdables came out. That just came out during 2021, I think, but holdables were a whole new thing. And then they also switched it a bit later in 2022 to where they had now officially had you able to just pick them off. You can take them on, put them on, and then take them off in there. Another thing that happened in 2022 is new game modes happened. Two new ones, I think, which was Hunt Mode and Paint Brawl. And during the Paint Brawl update, something crazy happened. The developer, Lemming, he used to just do this update by himself solo, but now he got a whole developer team to help him now. Also, when the moderators became a thing, but we'll get more into the moderators in another section. Now, for our next part is the story of Gorilla Tag. We're going to talk about the flashbacks. There were some flashbacks for Halloween. And some people were upset because, well, not really upset. They were kind of just fine with it because some people really liked it. A lot of people actually did, but they didn't really mind. But it will get worse in 2023. Trust me, in the end of 2022. They are a bit repetitive, though. So basically, there's also, I think, the first Thanksgiving update came out during 2022, and yeah. Now, around the end of 2022, the Christmas update came out, and there's a lot more cosmetics. 2022 was kind of the peak of Gorilla Tag, because a lot of people started joining finally, because 2021 it wasn't that big, but now since it's 2022, and it's got some time to grow as a game and also in the community and make its own community. We'll get into community a bit later. Then more people knew about it and the community grew. More people started playing VR, getting VRs and all that. And slowly but surely, as we'll see, Gorilla Tag will become one of the most, or if not one, is the most popular game ever. I think that goes the other way around, but whatever. On the VR store, MetaQuest. And around this time, new maps came out as well. So, for example, mountains, clouds, yeah, that's pretty much it, mountains and clouds. And also, if you want to count competitive as a map, then yeah. Trying to remember if there's any others. No. So yeah, that's it. And that was mostly it for 2022 for eventful moments. The community did become a little bit more toxic, but as I said, we'll get into that a bit later. Updates, not many to really be rememberable. I mean, yeah. So let's go over to one of the Knicks net building and see how he thinks about the end of 2022. and all that, and then we'll get into 2023, shall we? So, it's the end of 2022. The flashbacks were repetitive, yes. Not as much as how we get into 2023. Also, this is Monkey Hat Nick with mask with red scarf. I almost dropped my controller there. So, basically, I am going to tell you what's gonna happen in 2023. Around the middle of summer, July, I started playing this game. This wonderful game. And you wanna know what my first cousin? I'm joking, I'm not gonna tell you. We all know it's the party hat, but so I wanna tell you what's good. It's gonna get more repetitive with the flashbacks. Like, yeah, I mean, I love the flashbacks because I got some of my iconic cosmetics, like my unicorn. Yeah, that's the only real thing that I got from flashbacks, I guess. I mean, I'm also going to count this umbrella, but this is, like, new to my fit. I guess I can go over to some other things that are... Yeah, I just had to cut him off. He was getting a bit annoying, but let's get into 2023, shall we? So at the start of 2023, the winter update came out, and it's actually pretty cool, to be honest, because new cosmetics came out, and there's tons, actually. And also, I think around the time there was a small map, and also a new map was being hinted at in City, the basement. Now, we'll get into what happens also with more of the maps. But in 2022, ropes got added to canyons, which was a hint of a revamp, actually. Kind of did revamp a little bit, but anyway. The next update was the spring update, obviously. And obviously the rainy update and all that stuff. And the flashbacks were kind of getting a bit repetitive, but not too repetitive yet. Yeah, I say. You didn't even need to use the second floor that often. But the next thing that we're about to get into is the new basement that came out during the spring update. Everybody was going crazy about it, and the new update was the Monkeys and Mazes, I think. Or just the Dungeons and Dragons update, basically. And yeah, there's a lot of new, like, the D&D stuff and all that. So we can add that to our list of maps. Now, another map was being hinted at. And it was around Secret Tunnel. If you don't know what Secret Tunnel is, we'll probably talk about that more in the community section, but basically, it was a very popular thing during the years of Gorilla Tag. 2021, popular. 2022, popular. 2023, popular until Beach came out, and then became more popular, which is the new map. And the most recent new map, mostly. You'll see what I mean in that soon. So basically, during 2023, the volcano update came out, and tons of people loved it and also hated it because the volcano was just a lava update where there's lava cosmetics and stuff. I actually joined during that time, and Beach was out by the time as well. Beach came out, and it was epic. I was here during the lava update, and it was amazing. Came out on, like, I think July or August or something. And yeah. But now, we're going to talk about the next update after that. What was it again? Trying to remember. Oh yeah, that's right. The Halloween update. This update I absolutely I just hated it because, like, I hated the daytime during it. The update was very fun. It was very high quality for the time. Made sense because, you know. Also, around this time, fan games started coming out. We're not going to go into that yet. Now, why I say yet, we're not going to go into that in this video. This is already going to be long enough right now, and the recording is like going to be 21 minutes right now. And this is only in the first section. I might have to make multiple parts, most likely. Now, what we're going to do is definitely put this in different parts of videos and then make a playlist or something. But one thing that happened during the Halloween update was there was some hate around. Let's just say that. And a lot of people did not like the flashbacks. They were starting to hate on it. Also, that was around the time where I got some of my cosmetics. Anyways, basically what happened after was people just was the Thanksgiving update and flashback. So during the Thanksgiving update and flashback, nothing really happened. It was just a fun time for everybody, and nothing really happened during that time, except for that one video. It was just a video about this guy that was banned, clicking a button and unmuting and found a ghost or some weird thing, but whatever. Doesn't matter. But basically, the new Christmas update was amazing because you could become small in about any map with just a new train. And it was amazing, and not a lot of people knew about it. You could even grab some some new ornaments and throw it at people and all that stuff. Another thing you can do with the update was make a whole Christmas tree. And around the time clouds was just hated like heck. We'll get into that in 2024, but basically that's basically the end of 2023 really. And around that time I was you'll see from the Nick that it's gonna tell you. Speaking of that, Nick, let's go see him right now. On to you, over Nick.
Hey guys, it's me, Cosmetic Nick. Kinda. I don't know why I said that, like, different cosmetics. Whatever. So, as y'all might know, we're around the end of 2023. Maybe a few more cosmetics, a few more updates, maybe. I don't know. But around the end of 2023, something terrible happened. Boop loop. To me. And why am I saying this in like a kid voice? Whatever, so basically, I got boot looped, and I couldn't play any of my games. I couldn't even get on to my VR. Which means one thing, I had the factory reset and I lost all my videos. Yippee! I had to do that recently as well. These are just new recordings, I swear they're like the newest I can get. I like when some of the stuff is saved in my Motor Quest app. But yeah, that was kind of devastating. Now, what's going to come from 2024, this recent year, it's going to be the last couple updates you guys have probably seen. The first is going to be introduced. I didn't mess it up that time. And there's going to be so many flashback items, I can't even count them. Also, I get a lot of my new cosmetics, like my lion. Okay, fine. You want to have the spotlight, the bow, the lion, my.
Yeah, sorry I cut it short again, but he wasn't really going anywhere with explaining what's gonna happen in the year we're in right now, 2024. If I release this around that time, most likely. All right. Anyways, so the first update was the winter update, which and also flashback, which was big, but kind of just the same as before, as the last one in 2022 and 2023. Now, there was something that also got added during that time. There's a crack in the ice, and the new rotating map came out, and it was basically a swamp with lily pads you could bounce off. It was bare for like 4 weeks, or like a month and a week. So it was there for a while, and then it transformed into the temple, and then it transformed into a weird Christmas town, and then turned into like the old OG caves, and then the OG caves. So that's basically the whole lore about that. And then also got the OG caves got a horror, and then got a new area of mines that's gonna be a wild horror. Yeah, the title was confusing, but anyway. Well, let's get into one of the big mini updates, like the drama, please. Yeah, I thought that wouldn't work, but basically, it's gonna be the revamps. We didn't really touch on them because I forgot, but basically, caves, and canyons got a revamp in their apps. So did mountains a while ago, and basically, just a few more is gonna get a revamp. I think 2 more will. And we'll also get into the new update as well. Not the Pride one, or flashback. It's the one with the Metro. But anyway, let's get in to the spring update. Where there's bees, there's flowers, there's vines. I got didn't get removed for like 2 months. There was the fur being released. Yes, tiger fur. And finally, cosmetics. And also fishbowl. Yes, I know. Apply. I didn't think of that. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do is explain the next update. So the next update after spring was, drumroll please. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop doing that now. But the next update will be, let me just remember. I remember now. The Clouds revamp. The Sky Monkeys update. Clouds got a whole big revamp because a lot of people were hating. And when there was a revamp with the new, like the OG Cloud stuff, before the Flying Monkeys update, I think, or maybe after there's a revamp, I don't know. Basically, everything got destroyed down there because of a tornado. But then it turned into a new whole big map, the biggest map in the game now. For now. There will probably be bigger ones soon. Maybe. Now, the next update after that wasn't really eventful. There's new fur, yes, but yeah. But the next one, the Valentine's one wasn't really that important, really. Okay, I'm just trying to steal time. The Amazing Monkeys update. The basement revamp that nobody asked for, but yeah. Basically, when it revamped, it gave us 2 couches, and that's pretty much it. Ed didn't get a big thing to go into. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, so basically the next updates were not that eventful, but we're here. The Pride update. And basically, that's basically where around this controversy really started kicking in. This was the year basically where the controversy kicked in and all that. Like the finger painter boycott and the tier 2 finger painter being added to the game. Illustrator. But the most recent update, the Metro update, it came out like yesterday when this is being recorded and most likely uploaded on a Saturday right after the update. And let's just say it's amazing that the game wants place wants to, they just want to update the game a lot. New maps, new everything. And now, that will be the end of our story here. And now, it's for the end of the video. This is the end of part 1 of my series. Where we're going to go for a 3-part series of different parts. Because this is like already 35 minutes. Probably going to be a bit shorter, but still. So I'm going to put this in different parts. If you want me to make a whole video of all the parts, then I will. Just fair warning, it's going to be an hour long. So if you want that, buckle in. Now, I'll see y'all in the next part or video. Don't know yet. See you later. Goodbye.